Nico, obviously, a team like Carolina, spotting them a 3-0 lead is a tough hole to climb out of. You guys managed to make it close, but what did you sort of see from you guys in that first period in particular?
Biggest thing was we got out-competed the whole period, and that's not the way to start a period, and going down against these guys 3-0 is not in our plan, so we got to be way better than that.
The power play has really been, has struggled throughout this series. They've got a great penalty kill, but what are you guys seeing right now that's not working for you guys? Because that can be a huge difference maker.
Yeah, it has to be, especially in the playoffs, and obviously we would want to change that. We have done a lot of videos. It's just not clicking right now, but I think we got to get a little looser and not holding our sticks too much. And we know, we know we have a good power play. We've showed it all year, so we just got to loosen up a bit, change our mindset. And obviously, right now it's no good. So we have to find a way to get one. And I feel if we get one, then it'll come.
Seems like 5-5. You guys are pretty evenly matched. Where's the team's confidence after the heading into Game 5 now? Your 5-5 play.
Yeah, I mean, we're fine. We haven't lost the series yet. We just got to go out there, win the road game, and bring the series back here. That's all in my mind right now. The last win for them is the hardest. So for me, obviously, the effort wasn't there tonight, especially in the first period. I think that's where the game obviously slipped away from us, and this shouldn't happen. So we focus on to have a really good start in Carolina.
Timo has a big goal tonight, and he's been pretty noticeable all series. Just what have you thought of his game this series?
He's made for the playoffs. He's a big body, he makes big hits, he goes to the net. He's just a guy you want to have on your team. He's not a guy at the easy check, and he's been great for us. And I know how much he wants to win, and it's good to have him on my line.
As the captain, what are you saying in the locker room to rally the troops together?
It's not done. I mean, like I said, it's the last win for them. It's the hardest. So we go out there, we win a road game. We knew in this series anyways. If we want to win the series here, we have to win in Carolina. So we can do that on Tuesday and bring it back here, and then we go from here.
Do you sense that the group still has that confidence?
Yes.
How much of the power play miss Jack?
Yeah, obviously Jack is a guy you can't replace. He's a guy that makes those little slip plays. He's a guy that sees the ice very well, and obviously, we miss him.
Timo, so just if you can speak to maybe, how difficult you make it on yourselves when you spot a team like that, a 3-0 lead, no matter how much you're, trying to catch up there.
Our start wasn't good. They were just harder on pucks. They were winning more 50-50 battles, and then you get the result for it. But then we came back, came close. We had a lot of momentum. Couldn't find the bounce, and then didn't do enough to score the tying game. Now we just got to go win a game in Carolina.
Timo, can you walk through kind of what you saw in the collision with Anderson there?
Yeah, I'm trying to get behind Sessionkov, and then I'm trying to get open for passing lane, and then Sessionkov pushed me in. Obviously, no intent there, and hope he's not injured too bad. So, nothing on my side that I could have done different.
Did you feel it seemed like they kind of ramped up with some hits, and I think Orlov tried to get you a little bit after that? Did you feel like the physicality ramped up after that play?
No, I mean it's the playoffs. Everybody's trying to be physical, so no.
Timo, I know we talked about it a lot yesterday, but just the frustration maybe of not being able to capitalize on your man advantage, and really, 0 for 12, that has to be a glaring thing for you guys that it's putting you in this hole a little bit.
Yeah, a special team is a very important thing in the playoffs, and we got to be better, and that's it.
Where do you feel your line has generated a lot, and a lot of times was matched their your top line this series? Just where do you feel you guys are at as a line?
You're trying to obviously win your matchups and create momentum and try to get the puck down in their zone and some changes also. And I think we just got to keep going. I think the important thing is that we keep getting better, in the series. And we know what job is ahead of us. We got to go in Carolina, play a full 60 minutes of our hockey, and then we're going to be fine.
Can you change, Timo, when Chekhov comes in? Was there a different, as far as the playbook on him, knowing what to do, or no, not really? It's just play your game.
I think overall we got to do a better job of getting pucks to the inside and getting bodies there. I think we're also maybe a little too cute with some plays. So you look at their goals. They've scored from outside shots, and they kind of go in. So we got to give the puck more chances with more bodies at the net.
What does Palat brought to your line?
What's up?
What does Palat brought to your line?
Yeah, he's. He brings a lot of things. The way he works, the way his attention to detail, offensively, defensively, the stuff he makes away from the puck. He's blocking shots, everything. So he's a very, very good player and a key player for us.
Sorry to ask one more about this, but did you have any concern they were going to rule it a major when you were waiting, I guess, for them to review that?
I mean, I knew that he pushed me in, so I like I said, I couldn't have done anything different. Obviously, it's a tough play, but yeah.
Thanks, Timo. Sheldon, just maybe your thoughts particularly on that opening period and really just how hard it is to spot a team like Carolina, a 3-0 lead, trying to claw your way out of it.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's actually liked our first shift of the period, first shift of the game. I thought we Nico's line got out, got a good start, and got us going. But then we turned the puck over right after it, and they just sling one at the net, and it goes in. That's the second time in the series they've scored on their first shot. That's a tough way to start the game. Some guys haven't even touched the ice yet. You're already down. So yeah, that's tough. But I thought we found our way out of that. I thought we got better in the second period. Obviously, made a game of it. But not enough at even strength in terms of offense generated, and obviously our power play was unable to come through again.
You mentioned liking Nico's line at first. It feels like your top guys in terms of production have come close, if not matched, Carolina's top guys, but the depth has kind of been the difference. Just what more do you need to see from your bottom two lines in terms of offense?
Yeah, I mean, offense has been a challenge, for our team, most of the season. So to expect them to all of a sudden come out and have a dominant effort offensively is probably not realistic. We could use a goal. We could use them chipping in for sure. The Dowling line, for instance, in Game 3, I thought generated some really good scoring opportunities for us. That builds life, energy, momentum, all that sort of stuff. But the biggest thing, we just need them to be able to carry their weight on their shifts and control play and maybe win a matchup so we can get a favorable matchup, somewhere else. So that's really it. But that becomes a big factor, whether it's the depth on defense because of our injuries or whether it's it's our lineup. Like we need guys to to play better, and that's really what it comes down to. They've got some quality depth, and it's been a factor in the series.
Meier specifically, he gets a goal tonight. He's been pretty noticeable. Just where are you at with kind of his game this series?
Yeah, he's been good. I mean, obviously, he deserves to have more goals. He should have more goals than he has. He's been all over it. Had some really high-end chances. Obviously, you look at Game 2. He had some really good looks that could have tied that game for us and perhaps put us into overtime or better in Game 2. But it's nice to see him get rewarded today, and it's just, that's how it works out. Just sling one at the net, and it finds its way in. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come. We're going to need more of that from him. But his overall game for me has been good, and he's generated the looks that he would want to have. They just haven't gone in for him, but hopefully today is relieves a little bit of pressure from him. He can make good on those next ones.
Sheldon, did you Did you sense any fatigue defensively at all?
Well, there was lots of fatigue, but I don't. I mean, I think your question is probably in relation to the last game and just our injuries and such. But I think the fatigue was more so just that Carolina was way better today. They were on top of us way more. So you're spending more time in your end. You're on your heels. You know, all these sorts of things. Throughout that first period. So then it becomes a factor. And I think it's at times in game 3 we were able to do that to them. They did it to us today, which is more custom to their play and what you expect from them. So we were prepared and talked about managing that and expecting a push from them. Like I said, our first shift was real good. Looked like we were ready, and those guys had a great shift for us. But then it's tough from there, obviously.
And in some ways, do you think it was kind of a lost opportunity with a goalie coming in cold?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, I think we scored one. So in that sense, I think we capitalized early, kind of caught him, looked cold and looked like he wasn't quite ready. So we got one there. But yeah, I mean, they defend very well. They push you outside the dots. They don't give you any high-end chances. And we weren't able to make the necessary plays to be able to generate them on our own.
Sheldon, what was your perspective of the collision between Meier and Freddie, and how concerned were you that they were going to elevate that to a major?
I mean, anytime they're going to look at it, you're concerned. But from my perspective, it looked like it's pretty incidental. So I wasn't expecting much of it at all, frankly. And they told me looking at it was just confirming what they thought on the ice, which is that it was not worthy of a penalty. So that's the rules being what they are. Gives the officials the opportunity to take a look, which I think they should take advantage of. And they did, and clearly, they thought there was nothing there.
Sheldon, we've talked about it a lot through this series, but and knowing that they do have the top penalty kill in the league for the regular season, but is it a bit baffling that your group has gone 0 for 12?
Well, I don't know if baffling is the right word, but it's, we expect better of ourselves. I thought we spent a good part of the day yesterday working through it and had long meetings and discussions with the players. And I thought Jeremy had a good plan and connecting all the different games and the different things that we needed to be able to do to succeed. It's one thing to have a plan. You got to execute it. It makes it really hard. But I think, their penalty kill is very unique to the league, and obviously better than everyone else in the league. And it takes away a lot of the things that our team thrives on, and that's been a challenge coming in. And so there are plays available. We have been unable to make them under this type of pressure, and that's something we have to find our way through clearly. So, obviously losing this one's a tough one. Now this one stings even more, of course. And it's a real tough battle from here, but we're going to do our best to recover from this and come in tomorrow and regroup and get ourselves out to Carolina and do everything we can to bring it back here. Thanks.